This is Kathy Biehl of EmpowermentUnlimited.net with Astro-Insight for the week of September 25th, 2023. The inner planets are steering the action this week, and boy, are we getting action. Our minds, thinking, and information platforms are one staging area for this, and in fact, they are the overarching storyline that bookends the week. Ideas are flying. Tangible, practical, valuable, potentially financially rewarding and productive. Information, thoughts, plans, bits of data, schemes, you name it. And a lot of them are going to come from our recent Mercury retrograde experiences, from the Virgo new moon, and now we have possibilities just erupting of what we're going to do with all of that information. And leaving it at the level of thought, leaving it at the level of theory is probably not what's going to happen. By the end of the week, information is crackling, thoughts are exploding, possibilities are blowing us into wild new horizons. We are all in some way making like Benjamin Franklin in the lightning storm, harnessing the bolts that are flying around, that are flying at us, that are knocking our perspectives into different approaches, that are shocking us, startling us, showing us other ways we can take whatever that gush was at the beginning of the week and do something with it tangibly down here on the ground, probably even monetizing it. The week begins with Mercury, ruler of our information flow, what goes in and out of our mouths and minds, in an easy flow of a trine with expansive Jupiter in Taurus. And the month ends with Mercury in the same flow, easy flow of a trine, with his higher octave, his crazy genius uncle, Uranus, in Taurus. And in between, Venus and Mars have a lot to do. Venus, our social director, the ruler of our relationships, what we value, creativity, how we treat each other, and Mars, how we use our drive, how we push ourselves forward. Early in the week, they're in a simpatico relationship. They're in the opportunity aspect of a sextile. You might be able to get people to agree to do things for you. You might be able to obtain cooperation, figure out ways that it's in the best interests of you and another party to take a certain route. Even just internally, you might find it really easy to present yourself, to present the sparkly, spangly version of you that you re-assimilated during Venus's retrograde. Find ways to shine, find ways to put yourself in front of people in an honest and, well, let's be honest, self-aggrandizing way. Why not? This sextile on the 27th has strut your stuff potential. And pleasant surprises come from that, whether you take advantage of it or not. Venus then has her own little shoving match with Uranus. Maybe you push something, maybe something comes flying at you. Regardless, there's a breakthrough, there's a change, there's a log jam opening up, there's an avenue lighting up for you personally, that perhaps wasn't there before, in a connection or a relationship that surprises you, that opens you to bigger and more appropriate possibilities. And in the midst of all this, we have a Mars-ruled full moon. The Aries full moon on the 29th. Impassioned, impulsive, fiery, simply acting for the sake of acting, not sitting, worrying, plotting, trying to figure out what you need to do to get somebody to move into what you want, or trying to adapt your behaviors in advance to match what you think somebody else wants or what you think a relationship or situation needs. This is a me first full moon. This is a superhero full moon. This is a diving headfirst into situations full moon without thinking about what the consequences might be. Now remember that full moons escalate existing situations, existing dramas, bring them to a head in some way. In this case, it could be bringing it to a hothead, but not necessarily. More likely, circumstances that have been building are going to hit a point where you simply stop worrying, stop trying to plan, stop trying to plot, and simply act, react, do what you need to do for yourself. This is a theme of the Aries-Libra eclipses, which started with the new moon in April, and the next installment is coming in October with the Libra new moon, which is a solar eclipse. Everyone's powered by energy drinks. Everyone's got their running shoes on. Everyone is responding like a superhero of your own proportion, okay? Maybe you aren't going to make like Superman or Wonder Woman, but in your own way, watch. Boldness is coming out that is fueled by an instinctiveness, a primal force, a raw natural power that already exists inside of you. For some people, it might be hitting a point of, I'm not tolerating this anymore. For some people, it might be reenacting that iconic scene from the 1970s movie Network, opening your window and screaming, I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore. For some people, it's going to be finally doing something that has been brewing in you and the brakes coming off and you simply act boldly. Boldly. And your relationships rearrange in response. Homing thought of the week. Go for it. Song of the week, Step Out by Jose Gonzalez. And the image of the week is downing an energy drink. You'll learn more about this in my talk, Out of My Way, the Aries-Libra eclipses of 2023 to 2025, and also my forecast for the Aries full moon, both of which are up at my site, empowermentunlimited.net, where you can sign up for my mailing list and book a session with me. I'm Kathy Biehl, a professional astrologer with more than 30 years' experience. I'll be talking about the astrology of current events on Annette Dion's Spirit Talk podcast at 3 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday, the 26th. Look for the link in the description. I host the show Celestial Compass on Om Times Radio on the first and third Monday of every month at 5 p.m. Eastern. I host lively conversation on Facebook at Empowerment Unlimited and the group the Astro-Insight Lounge. I have lots of bonus content at patreon.com/Kathy Biehl, and I'm really grateful to the people who support my work there. I post on Instagram and Threads at K.A. Biehl, and on YouTube at the Professional Aquarian channel. Talk to you next week.